So, like I said, we're going to talk about living more independently with low vision, how assistive technology can help. So, why use low vision devices? Low vision devices can help people make the most of their vision in order to perform everyday tasks more easily and with less frustration. These specialized devices can increase enjoyment of hobbies, strengthen communication and relationships, and allow greater access to current events. A personal story I have seen, my father-in-law was Parkinson's. His vision is declining, and he was able to use a handheld portable magnifier to take with him when he went out, when we take him to breakfast, to actually read the menu himself. So he was really happy about that. His son didn't have to read it to him. So that's just an example of the kind of thing we're going to be talking about today. And we'll start with some of the lower tech devices. So one example I wanted to share, I think is really cool for the bakers amongst us. It's a talking kitchen scale. So you can see in the photo to the right, there's a large clear measuring bowl with a heavy gray rubber bottom. The bowl has black markings on each side to indicate the measurements, and the bowl is sitting on a base that is a scale. It has tactile buttons on the display, and it's very easy to read. Let me go ahead and read the left of the screen here. It says there's an 11-pound weight capacity. That's a lot of potatoes, okay? And you can put up to a liter, a little bit more than a liter actually, into the cup. Really more of a bowl. Large, like I said, easy to see. The base is really secure, and it's battery powered, which is a plus because you don't have to fiddle with finding an outlet and getting tangled up in the cord. So this is great for people that like to bake and cook and also have low vision. So, and I just at the bottom here shared that it is $85 retail. You can find it at just various, I found it online. All right, let's see what we got next. Okay, the dual sound liquid level indicator. Okay, y'all, this is really cool. To describe the picture, so it's a 3-inch neon green square cap. It holds a 9-volt battery inside. So the cap has prongs on one side, and this device is used to prevent overfilling of beverage cups. Okay, so while you're pouring into your cup, it starts to beep and lets you know that the cup is almost filled. And when you're full to the top and you need to stop pouring, a steady tone will alert you to stop pouring. So it's pocket size, really easily portable, just one 9-volt battery. And that retail price is $15. Okay, I have one. I'm gonna try to show you guys. Can you see me? Yes, yes. All right. So the one I have is orange. It's the same idea. I have my empty cup. Let me back up. You just see the prongs. I'm just going to put it on the side of the cup. Kind of looks like a little trash can, actually. Really cute. And here I come. I'm going to pour. And we're going to wait and see if it alerts us before we overfill. Let's hope it does. I need one of these for my children, okay? That's amazing. I really like it. So that is the, what did I call it? The dual sound liquid level indicator. Really neat. All right, let's go back to where we were. Okay, yeah, so there's this neon, which I like, but ours is orange, and that's cool too. So what next we have? Okay, so these are really low-tech items. I like the large stickers. The idea is that they go on household appliances to make the buttons easier to see. Or the example in the picture is for dryers. And you can see that you can put a button where you need to press to start the cycle, stop the cycle. You can put buttons on where you decide how many minutes you're going to use it for, and cold water, hot water. And there's 2 sheets here. You can see you can combine buttons to really, really specify it to the individual user's needs. So I find that to be really helpful for people with low vision that are doing that still, you know, we want to do our own laundry. We don't want people seeing all of our clothes. So the buttons or the stickers are great. And then in the middle here, let me take this question real quick. Let me find you, Jenny. Okay, go ahead. Oh, okay, no question. Okay, no worries. You do, just do that again. You did awesome. Okay, well, so what I'm saying is the large print calendar is in the middle. That's basically the kind of calendar I use anyway, because it's bold and you can put multiple events and ideas on it. The calendar in the picture is white paper with bold black print. It measures about 11 inches by 17, and the date box is actually measured 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Okay, so this particular calendar, it's spiral bound, so it can lay flat on a table, or it can be tacked to a wall with a push pin. So, and I like it because there's room to make notes in each box. And actually you can't see this part because I cropped the picture, but on the side, the right side, over past Saturday, there's room to make notes. You know, different little notes about where your appointment is and which doctor you're going to, things like that. Okay, and to the right of the calendar, we have full page magnifier. So what it looks like in the picture is a silver rectangular case. It's about 8 inches long, 6 inches wide, and it's only about 1/2 inch thick. There's a clear magnification on the screen. There's it's really dark. The picture is showing him the person reading in the dark, but I'm going to show you one in just a second. You'll see that there's a circular power button in the top right corner, and when you press it, the device lights up. It's a really large viewing area. Optical grade magnifying lens covers basically an entire page that way you don't have to move your hands or your paper constantly while you're trying to read something. All right, let's see here. Stop the share. I'm back. Here it is. This is what it looks like in the light of day. Hello. Wow. So I have a poem. I'm just going to magnify it so you guys can kind of see how it works. I'm push the power button here. It's actually not a button on this one. It's a little slide up, slide down. You can see the lights came on. I don't know if this will be backwards to you or not, but here's the font without the magnification. Oh, I see. I was showing you guys too close up. It's strange to work backwards. I don't know if you can get the idea from what I'm doing, but essentially it's a great magnifying glass. Full page magnifier. Let me turn that off real quick. Oh, it gets brighter too. Oh. That's how that guy in the picture was reading in the dark. All right. Let's see what we got next up. Put our poem back over there. I'll actually let you guys read it a little bit later. Okay. Onward. I like this one. I like to do woodwork. So this is really cool to me. I don't have one to show you. I really wish I did. But it's a talking tape measure, okay? And the picture looks like a black rectangular object, but with one side being slanted downward. Okay, so the yellow tape measure is pulled from that slanted side. And you can see on the front, there's a blue button that says on/mode. And that's for your power and for your different settings that the tape measure has. And then there's a black button for the display and the measure reading. And underneath that black button, I've got my mouse, there's an M, so you're increasing the sound, and an MC to the right of that button, and a case, plus case to the right of that button. Now, it measures up to 16 feet. You just press the button and it announces the measurement, which is so cool. It remembers your measurements. It can remember up to 3,200 feet of measurements, different measurements. It's accurate to 1/16 of an inch, which is better than my accuracy. And it just requires a 9-volt battery, and it is retailing at $120. So this is really good for carpentry workers with low vision. Keeps you engaged and active in your hobbies. And reading that tape measure can be really difficult. The lines are so tiny, especially when you get into the 1/32 of an inch and smaller. So yeah, it's a really useful tool. I wish I had one to show you. I'm going to skip that one. Okay, so the Mobilux Digital Touch HD. Okay, we're getting into the more high dollar items now. But this one's really cool. It's a handheld and easily portable magnification device. It has a touch screen and high definition viewing. It has magnifications 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 8 times, 10 times, 12 times, up to 15 times. And there are 5 color contrast modes. And it is compatible. It can be connected to a Mac or PC with the USB cord. And it retails at $645. So the picture is a rectangular screen with a black handle on the right side. It's approximately 10 inches long from screen to the end of the handle, 7 inches wide on the screen, excuse me, and 5.5 inches tall. It only weighs 8 ounces. So when you turn it on, the right side of the touch screen displays some buttons from top to bottom. You'll see a blue camera button. That's for taking a screenshot of the area that you want it to read aloud to you, or the area that you want to zoom in on. You can also save the photos that you take for later. There's right underneath the camera button, there's a yellow magnification button, and that's how you zoom in and out. You can also use a touch screen to zoom in and out to your desired range of magnification. You can also program the magnification levels. So if 4 is not enough, but 5 is too much, you can get a 4.5, 4.7. All that is accessible in the settings menu. Okay, and then underneath the yellow magnification button is a red button with a circle inside, and the left half of that circle is black and the right side of that circle is white. And this is the mode button. It's for changing colors, selecting among the 5 available contrasts to suit your needs. So it does have 3 brightness settings, and you can add lines and blinds. Those are basically the curtains for when you want to highlight just one line at a time to help you kind of focus on the words that you're trying to read in that moment and not all the lines around them. And it does shut off after 5 minutes to save the battery. And it comes with a 4 GB SD card to store your photos, which you can then upload onto your computer. Hey, You're cut out of there. And then you can connect it live to a PC. Basically, you can broadcast what is on the Mobilux onto the computer screen, TV screen. Okay. So there's that. And I have links at the end of the presentation for more information on all of these devices. Okay, this is one I just learned about when I started working here, which, you know, was pretty recently. And it is called the Orcam Read. And it reads, so basically it has two lasers. You can have one laser that points directly at a word that you want it to start reading at, and one laser that is adjustable. Basically, you back the laser up and it can capture an entire page of text and read it to you. And it does come with headphones. There's a headphone jack so that you can read in private. The retail price here is $1,690. That's $1,690. So it is a higher ticket item. So the picture here, you can see the dimensions it says on there are actually 4x8 length. Now, 4x8 inches long, almost an inch wide, and half an inch tall. So this can fit right in your pocket. They're very small. Let's see. So this item is particularly good for people who are exposed to a lot of text during the day, maybe work or school, you have a lot of reading. You can read a computer screen. You can also read any kind of like printed material too. So I have one. Try to turn it on. You can see it, tiny little guy. Green light came on when I turned it on. It takes it a minute or two to kind of get itself going. The suspense.
Orcam Read version 9 is ready. Battery is 86% charged.
So if you heard that, it basically said it's ready to go. The blue light, the green light is now blue. And it is ready for me to attempt to use it correctly. It's really very easy. I was learning it the other night and I was struggling. And then my 13-year-old came up and pointed and shot, and the paper, it read it to him. I'm just like, really? Technology and these children. Okay, so we're going to try again with our poem. I just want to show you how the laser looks on the paper. Oh, it's right in here. Can you see it? Okay, so, oops.
Stop.
No, don't read that. Let me pause that and take another picture. So I'm going to hover in.
Stopping by Woodzone. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near between the woods and frozen lake the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the SWR.
And the ding means it has read to the end of the picture that we took. Okay, I don't see where that is, but you get the idea. We will finish the poem later with a different device. That's your Orcam Read. It also plugs into a computer to charge and or save the documents that you scan and things like that. Let me see real quick here. Going back to our PowerPoint, let's see if we can read that.
Small and portable reads any print or digital text. 2 targeted lasers. 13 megapixel camera. Comes with headphones to allow privacy while reading. Retail price $1,690. Rumston and
Pretty cool. Her voice is so very
suspending.
natural.
Press again to shut down.
Kidding, that was sarcasm. Okay, onward. Okay, this is going to be our last item that we talk about. I do have a little bit longer of a description for it. Okay, so it's the Zoomax No12. This is a fully high definition 12-inch screen video magnifier. It has advanced color renditions and contrast customizations. There's a button or a touch screen that you can control. And there's also voice prompts. Makes fonts thinner or thicker on demand. And I already had that, touch screen and button controls. So the retail cost for this is $1,595. Okay, so to describe the photos of the device on the right side of the screen, there is on the top photo, you can see that it is actually in action. There's a page underneath the device and it's being magnified. And they have the contrast set to black background and white font. Okay, so the device is 12-inch screen with a white casing around it. And you can see in this top image. Okay, so I don't know if you can see my mouse or not, but oh, oops, too far. Here we go. So from the left side of the device over, this is an analog joystick. Basically, you can turn it and move it side to side, up and down to kind of guide yourself around the document. So you don't have to move the paper constantly. And right here we have the camera button. It is a black button with a picture of a camera on it. It's used to take photos and save photos. And this is your home button, always takes you back to the main menu. And then moving over, we have the mode button again to set different contrasts. And the zoom out is next to that little minus sign. Zoom in is a little plus sign. And you can see there are buttons on the device where you can utilize the touchscreen feature. And the power button is going to be on the outer bottom right of the casing. So let's see if I can bring ours out of the stand. It comes with a portable, foldable stand, so you can basically take it anywhere you want with you. It's really, really tiny. It's basically smaller than a notebook computer. I'm going to wake it up by pushing that little power button.
Distance view mode.
Okay, so it's in distance view mode right now because I don't have it on the stand. And it's looking at the floor. I don't know that I can share this with you in real time, but what I'm going to do is use the camera feature to take a photo of our poem, and it will read it to us. So if you just tap the screen, it focuses on whatever it is you're trying to read. Okay. And then you just take the photo with the camera button. Let me show you the
Text to speech function.
I should show you the menu. So here we have text to speech function is the button that I want to use so that when I take the picture, it'll actually start reading immediately. So it's a live view of what I'm looking at, getting much closer than before. Took the photo, it's thinking.
Published on Academy of American Poets, stopping by woods on a snowy evening. Whose woods? These are, I think, kind of
Turning the
speed down.
down. You can
No.
read slower.
His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. Maximum speed. Snow. My little horse must think it clear to stop without a farmhouse near between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year.
Pretty fast. Volume.
Maximum volume.
Maximum
He
volume.
gives his harness bells a shake to ask it. Speed down. Is some mistake. The speed up. Only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Crit.
Name that poet. Anybody? Put it in the chat. Extra credit. I'm going to take a photo of the poet right here for you. I'm going to double click the camera button. It's going to take us right back. We want to go to the menu. Make sure we're in text to speech function. Double tap that. And here we go. I'm going to take a picture of the author. Oh, someone has a guess. Let's see if that someone is correct. Here we go. Zooming in on our wonderful poet here. Tapping the screen to focus.
His poem is in the public domain. Author, Robert Frost.
Yeah.
One of the most celebrated figures in American poetry. Robert Frost was the author of numerous poetry collections.
So you get the idea there. Super cool, yes? Yes. All right, we're going to take us back to the main menu. Push my little home button here. Wow.
Distant view mode. Text
Okay.
to speech function.
So just to take you on a little tour of the menu, this is where we can open whatever photos we took. And this is where you open the PDFs that you have downloaded from your computer, the class notes you've taken, documents from work that you would like the Zoomax to read to you. It works with any type of document. So here's the camera, but I don't have it connected to the distance camera yet. But basically that means you can see farther. And settings, we have
LED lights.
all kinds of cool settings. Like you saw, the volume. We can adjust the brightness level. I like everything super bright. And here we have where we can set up our curtains and our line readers. Can't really see that since I don't have a text open. Let's see. You can't see that. I keep thinking you can see the screen. Okay, so let's see if you can see it. It's on there now. Yes. Okay, so the idea would be that the whole page is between these lines here, but you can only see one line at a time. Hey, look, there's a reflection of the rest of the room I'm in. All right, let's go back to the menu.
Text to speech function.
It likes to tell us that we're in text-to-speech
LED
function.
lines.
Okay, so this is where we add the reading lines, the blockers, the curtains, and there's the texting options. Texting. Thicker and thinner. If we want the thickest letters, we go all the way over. If we want the tiniest letters, we come back that way. Very customizable, which I like. Here's our modes. It can be this, any of these contrasts you can see. I just checked a lot of them off, but I'm not sure how well you can see the color, but we have black and white, blue background, white letters, black background, yellow letters. Couple more examples, green background, black letters, yellow background, black letters. So there's 10 of those options, and it does speak 20 languages, which is pretty dang cool. And you can make it talk like a female
Male.
or male.
Female.
Male.
I like them both. Oh, we already did that one.
American English. British English.
How about
Français canadien. Espagnol.
lots of language choices? Okay, I feel like I've shown you more than enough, but I have lots more information on these if you have questions. And let's see where we go from here. Coming back to our presentation there. Again, here's just a summary of the Zoomax No12 that we just looked at. Those are just a few of the features highlighted there. Okay, and so I do have here additional links to all of the devices that we saw on the PowerPoint. There was a sonic alert alarm, but I decided to toss that out at the very last minute. It's basically a super loud alarm clock that also has flashing lights and a bed vibrator, like you put it under the mattress and it makes the whole bed shake. And sincerely, I'm going to buy it for my teenager. Okay, the Zoomax is still talking to us. Okay, so that pretty much wraps us up. Let me do a little closing and we will have time for questions if you have any questions. Bring my face back here. Aha. Okay, thank you guys so much. A recording of the video transcripts will be available soon. And you can find that on our website. That's FAAST.org, FAAST.org. There's this training, and there are plenty of other trainings also. If you go on the website and you click under the Public Awareness tab. If you need any more information, or if you want to sign up for upcoming trainings, sign up for our email list. You definitely want to be on the email list. And basically, you just complete the contact form at the bottom of the website. So you can also contact FAAST directly for any of your assistive technology questions. You can call us at 1-844-353-2278 or email at info@faast.org. Okay, so that's all from me, but if anyone has any questions, speak now. And I do require at least one question, even if it's a personal one. Thank you, Jenny. Can we? Thank you, Hannah, for asking. Yes, you can borrow these items and lots more like them from FAAST. We have a device loan program statewide in the state of Florida. So you just need to contact us and we will get you set up with a 30-day loan. Try it out, see if it's something that would work for you, or see if it's not what would work for you and make an informed decision. Yes, for free. Our loans are free. We're a nonprofit and we're just here to help people make the best choice for them to live independently. Thank you, Hannah, for all those wonderful questions. All right, that's it. Nothing from Michelle? All right, then. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording. And I thank you guys so much for coming. And thank you, Michelle, and for seeing me through my first FAAST webinar. See you next time.